Hello everyone, my name is Charlie, and this is a cute little early access game that just came out a little recently, and it's called Oddsparks. It's an automation adventure, and I think you can see by the stuff in front of you kind of how that works. There are various different factories and things that go around, and then there are roads with these little stump people. little magical wooden things called sparks that go around on the roads and stuff and move things around. So let's hit new game really quick here, and we can change any name we want here. I don't really think it matters. I'll just stick with Wetterberg, I guess. And then you're given a generation seed for the world just so it's a little bit different potentially for you. So I'm going to go ahead and hit start. It's kind of an RPG. You do walk around with a specific character to perform all these different tasks. And we're going to be talking to a variety of people in this town right here. And you can even customize the colors and stuff for your character as well. It is a calm and quiet day. You are relaxing on the beach. All of your daily tasks are done, and the warm sun gently lulls you to a midday nap. You dream of an adventure, of a more exciting life than the one you have right now in your frontier village. When suddenly, a loud crash comes from down the field. And wakes you up. So let's get up and investigate. So we can walk around here with WASD, all that stuff here. And the first thing is to clean up the broken shed. Hello, broken shed. It's clear that there's no way to fix the shed, and you begin to clean up the area. As you clean the debris and shards of wood, you find a gleaming metal object in the middle of the mess. This must have been the thing that crashed into and destroyed your shed. Unsure of what it is, you pick up the strange metal object. It's warm to the touch. One person comes to mind as someone who can help figure this out. It's the divine researcher. All right, so we are left to our devices here and we can walk around. We do have a map that we can go into. So we have right here. And we have a few locations that are known, but in order to get an idea of everywhere else, you have to walk around. And the world is pretty big. You can go a lot of places, you know, it gets up there. Potentially dangerous places as well, I guess. Obviously, we do run faster on the paths as well. So this is a divine researcher. Let's go ahead and talk to him. You need my help with a weird thing? I love weird things. Let me see. Ooh, what if we poke it right? The strange piece of metal you picked up from your broken shed comes alive. It wraps itself around your brooch and staff, and suddenly a wealth of information enters your mind. Dazed, you look at the ancient tablet near the researcher and realize you can understand the ancient writings. The ancient tablet seems particularly wrecked, but you can definitely read some of the text. Something about magic, devastation, a spark, something about hope. You relay everything to the researcher. You can understand it? This is incredible, amazing news. You must look at the village monument for me. So it's a strange metal object that here. We have the quest that we've been given here and examine the monument. So we just have to access that. So we'll go ahead and accept it and pin it. And then he wants us to go without him because he'll just slow us down. And indeed he will. He's not very fast sitting there on his stack of books. So you having an indicator in the top corner is just the edge of the screen, whichever direction it is. So we'll go ahead and walk that direction until we find the ancient village monument. We'll go ahead and click that. It looms above me quietly and with the weight of its years behind it. You extend your hand, and the strange metal of your brooch irradiates a soft light. Suddenly, the carvings of the stone itself begin to shift into text. You barely have time to understand what you see as writing appears and disappears. You can't catch all the information. Something about being last accessed several million years ago. The word danger catches your eye. The monument is clearly more important than everyone had assumed. The words settle for a moment. Dangerous levels of corrupted ether detected. Cleansing pulse routine initiated. You can hear the monument rattle. Something inside is trying to activate itself, but nothing happens. Etheric cleansing failed. Functions locked. Connections severed. Cleansing routine recommended. Danger to life critical. The monument opens up, revealing a large number of small slabs of stone. One appears in the middle with a single slot and a single button. You should tell the divine researcher everything you found. Cool. So monument quests will potentially will pop up, and we can get unlocks by just simply giving the monument what it wants. So in this case, it wants us to give it an Aether Shard. And this will unlock all workstation shrines at range 0. So range being the range away from the town, essentially. So we're going to go back over to the Divine Researcher to complete the quest. They'll have an icon above his head that signifies that it's a check mark, which means we've already met all conditions and can complete it if we talk to him. Did you look at the Divine Monument yet? Tell me what you've seen. Don't keep this old man waiting. So we'll just go ahead and complete it. You describe everything you've seen in the village monument was activated to the Divine Researcher. The strange text, the slot that could fit an Aether Shard, how it attempted to perform a cleansing pulse but failed. The Divine Researcher's natural smile falls as he tries to digest everything. We've had individuals explore north, past the woodlands, and even past the mountains. The ones that traveled furthest returned ill and talked about the magic. The Aether felt strange. Some had used the word corrupted. It would explain a lot if the village monument could clean corrupted Aether. It did seem odd that this place was so perfect to make a new village in. Sounds like we should turn it on. All right, cool. So we can examine the monument again. Just talk to him really quick. It says if you need an Aether Shard, that means you have... it means you have to into the woods. You have to go into the woods. You're not supposed to go there, but I'll give you my permission. Just be careful. It's quite dangerous. Normally, you get an Aether Shard by hunting animals, but maybe you'll have a better chance if you look for a spunny corpse. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and skip through a lot of the stuff here, because if I go through the story with you, there's a lot of characters to talk to and stuff. It's fine. But we're never going to get into like the nitty gritty part of the factory and automation stuff if I do this. So we're going to kind of skip through it a little bit. I will show it on the screen. So if you want to read everything, you can just pause the video. And I know that's a lot of pausing, but you can pause the video and read it if you really want to. Okay, so our current task is to exit through the old mine shaft and examine the ancient shrine. So that is going to be out this way. And we have, again, a lot of other people here to talk to. This is a woodsman. He'll eventually help us in making machinery. We've got a quartermaster here, which will also help us with distinguishing how we're going to be using our little sparks and stuff. We'll look at it. So I'm going to go out this way. And this brings me out into the world space. Now, this is different. Depending on your map seed that you have at the start, this is all different. So every time you start the game, you're not going to know where everything is, and you have to explore it. So that's kind of cool. The town is the same, but the map out here, outside the town, is different every time. So I believe this is the monument we're supposed to examine. The ancient stone ruin stands in front of you. It's clear now that it's less of a shrine and more of a machine. It glows lightly under your touch, and the carvings on the stone begin to shift to create words. Test start. Accepting to create one stumpy spark. Connection not found. Test failed. To reconnect, unlock function machine range 0. Okay. So we need to collect an Aether Shard from a corpse. So there's various animals around here. This one's alive, but there are others that are sitting around that may not be so alive. So I'll just want to wander around a little bit here. And as we wander, we're, of course, revealing more of the map, too. So we'll be able to remember kind of where everything is as we go. And here's one just sitting over here. So we'll go ahead and just do a little bit of poking it with a stick a little bit here, breaking it apart, and see if we can't find anything there. We didn't get anything on that one. This is a spunny corpse right here, and perhaps this one will have the Aether that we want. There we go. Okay, we found that. Now we need to go and fix the monument, but that is going, I guess, back to the village. Yes, access the village monument, indeed. And that will give us what we need to get into this one. So we're going to come on back through the mine shaft. Make our way back to the monument in the center of town. There we go. And now we should be able to give it the Aether Shard that we just received. We can give it one of those. We'll just drag it over here and pop it in there. And then we unlock. And there we go. So range 0 is now unlocked. That's cool. And unlocks all. We can then unlock all of them at range 1 if we just simply give it a Stumpy Spark. We're going to have plenty of those. And then the monument waypoints, we can start getting some of those if we just give it some logs. I can do that right now, actually, because I have the log. So we can now unlock village monument waypoints. Done. I mean, you can see different waypoints when we after fast traveling and stuff too. Quest overview to help you track progress and unlocks. We can give it leaves. That's pretty easy to get to. There's one down here for stones where we can get unlocking all the waypoints at range 0 and machine ranges, etc. So there's lots of different unlocks and stuff that we can do there. All we have to do is simply give it the resources that it wants. Now, this machine out here, this shrine out here, requires us to unlock range 0, if you will, from that. So that unlock had to be done before we could actually get into this. So you touch the shrine and slowly whirs into life. It seems to be running some kind of test and is checking that everything still works. Suddenly, it spits out a rather strange creature into your arms. The shrine registers that the Stumpy Spark has been immediately activated as part of the test. The Stumpy Spark stares at you, and it seems ready and eager to receive instructions. However, before anything can be done, with a puff of magic, the Stumpy Spark turns into a wooden disc that fits in your hand. With the Spark's deactivation successful, the shrine states that it is now fully operational and is ready to be assigned Sparks. The strange metal in your staff changes, and slots that can fit the discs appear. You place it in, and the Stumpy Spark begins to follow you. So we now have Stumpy Sparks. They have defense, offense, efficiency, capacity, and they attack with blunt. Yes, there's a little bit of combat in here. You, as a player, do not engage in combat. You send your Sparks into battle for you. Indeed. The combat is relatively straightforward. So what we're going to do is give our Sparks commands. We do this with the spacebar, and we can basically tell it over to do things. So, for example, if I wanted to cut down that tree, we can go ahead and just do that. And it's going to start whacking that tree until it gets the wood. In the meantime, while it does that, I'm going to look for... And I can't do it. I can't do these little saplings here. That's something that your Sparks do. Now, to make more Sparks, we have to use this machine to do so. We can have the ether shard as well as 5 wood, and that's going to be how we create additional Sparks. So if I grab this, we now have 4 wood in our inventory. So we're going to want to get more of that. Now, we can do that with various different things like attacking these little things here. So I can go ahead and do that, for example, and you can go ahead and pop him. That's just going to give us more ether shards. That's fine. We can also gather stone. I can tell the Spark to go get stone if I want to. So we'll go off and do that. But the really important thing to do, and I can also do the stones myself. Those ones I can do myself. The really important ones to do is to get additional Sparks going. Because, of course, the more Sparks you have, the more productive you can be. So that requires us to get the wood. So I'm going to have him cut down that tree. And then I'm going to go over here and gather from this. I probably should get leaves by doing this as well. There we go. And there should be some more in these big areas right over here. Yeah, right here. There we go. Perfect. Now your Spark will pick up a log and bring it over to me, but they won't go back and forth and do that. So when the Spark cuts down a tree, they're only going to bring 1 log back. I should have enough resources now to create a second one. So let's head over here. And you can see I have 9 wooden logs. We're going to place those in there. And then the Aether Shards will be placed here. Now, I can hold down the crafting button. And I'll be able to make 3.8 per minute doing this. Or, if I'd prefer, I can have my Spark do it. I can assign a Spark to the slot. And the Spark can run it for me. That way I can go off and do other things while the Spark does it for me. Of course, this is much more effective. As far as productivity goes, it's much more effective if I have another Spark with me, because otherwise I can't do anything anyway while he's running, and his pace is slower than mine. So I'm going to grab that extra Spark now. Now I have 2 extra Sparks, or 2 active Sparks, and then there's only 5. Yeah, there's 5 wood in here. So now I could, if I wanted to, have 1 Spark in here, making another one. Now there's only 4. Interesting. I thought there was 5 just now. I'm also going to read this. Of logs, I call them Stumpy Sparks. They're the first step in making it right. And this is also an ancient waypoint, which we can unlock certain things as well. To reconnect, unlock function waypoint range 1. And so that's where we need to get our waypoint range. So there's a technology range, if you will, to unlock certain things. And then there's also the waypoint ranges. These are ancient containers. I thought I could open these, but apparently I can't open that one. There are other containers around here, storage containers around here, that I can unlock, or I can open, and they will usually have stuff in them. But I haven't seen one of the unlockable ones yet, one of the ones I can open yet. All right, here's one right here. So I can click this one, open it, and yeah, we have etheric pellets as well as 20 additional shards. Perfect. Definitely want that. There's another one right over here. We can grab that as well, and we can get some of the leaves and stuff as well there too. So now we have 40 of these shards. So it's a little bit slow to scale, but as we get more and more Sparks, this becomes a lot faster. And what we're really looking to do is complete the quests, because the quests are going to unlock our ability to get new technologies, much better technologies. We can also rotate with the mouse, by the way. in case you're curious if it's all one range, and you can rotate with middle mouse button. I want to get more wood in here. Let's go cut down that tree. And I'm also going to grab this other spark and I'll tell you to cut down that tree. So we're going to get a little bit more wood. We're going to get the sparks creating additional sparks. And then while they're doing that, I'm going to go and talk to the divine researcher so we can complete the quest and unlock the ability to, talk to other people, like the quartermaster, for example. And he'll give us the ability to aid our logistics. He gives us additional technologies that'll help our logistics a bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And then I'm going to hold this button down while they cut down some additional trees for me. All right, we're heading back up to the divine researcher. I got 4 of these little dudes with me here. You've unlocked it. Fantastic. Did you check out the shrine? What changed there? So let's go ahead and complete that quest. And I tell the divine researcher everything I've seen about the ancient shrine, especially the rather strange creature that came out of it after I fixed it. So they're called sparks, you say. How unusual. Clearly I have some research to do. They're quite cute. You should show them around. Maybe others in the village will have some thoughts or ideas on them. So now we can go and talk to the mayor, the woodsman, and the quartermaster. And they will also grant us certain quests, which will unlock additional abilities and sometimes even machines for us to build. Also, he has another quest. I've been looking through my research, and it seems these sparks are entirely unique. You are the first person to discover such a thing. What, are you surprised that this old man can actually do some work? Divine technology is my specialty. I'll have you know, I've been thinking maybe we can recreate these spark machines. The divine researcher grins, his eyes full of passion. He takes out several pages full of questions that he's prepared to ask you. All right, so I need to deliver one of the sparks, 20 ether shards, and 100 wooden logs. So that is something that I can also do there as well to progress his quest line. And if I deliver those resources to this chest, that's where everything will start working for us. So I see it uses the etheric energies as a divine technology, and it certainly fits some other hypotheses, but replicating the actual process, well, nothing to do with try. All right, so anyway, I'll just go over here, and all I have to do is deliver one of the sparks. Like that, there we go. And then this will tick that box for us. I can also drop in, not all of them, but let's make sure we give you 20. There we go. 20 like that. And then I need to deliver to him 100 wooden logs. So I'm on my way to doing that. But actually, before we do that, let's pull those logs back, because I can actually unlock additional things at the center of town here by having that log with me. So, or did I already do that? I think I already did that. The one with the log? I think I did. Examine this. So yeah, we want a Stumpy Spark to unlock machine range 1. That's going to be needed. So we'll go ahead and give him one of the sparks. There you go. And then machine range 2, we need to give him a crafty spark, which we can't make yet. If I come down here, this is where the leaves go. I'll just give you a little bit of leaves. There you go. Now we have quest overviews, as well as waypoint range 0. There you go. We want to unlock all waypoints at range 0. We need to provide it with some simple stone, and we just do that. And that mostly just proves that you've been, I don't even know what that proves, honestly. Stone is weird because there's stones all over the place, so a very easy thing to unlock. And now we need sawn timber, which we can't have that yet until we get machines unlocked. So we'll have to talk to the woodsman to start working on that. Here's the mayor. Oh, these spark thingies you found are rather cute. I'm sure a lot of people will come far and wide to see them. Although our village is a little underdeveloped, we've never had such a reason to grow. But maybe we can do something so those who can help you study the sparks will come and stay. So she just wants me to give her logs and sawn timber. We'll go ahead and accept her quest as well, but that's going to be a while because we need the sawn timber first. So there's 2 things we really need to get going to get the machines going really well. One is talking to the quartermaster, because he's going to do some research on how these guys can be effective and used for automating things. So these weird dolls of yours, they follow your instructions, right? You think they can carry stuff too? So we're just going to deliver 3 Stumpy Sparks to him, and we'll go ahead and track that one. So delivering 3 is pretty easy. I'm actually going to walk back over here because there should be 4 more waiting for us, because I've had one of the sparks doing that while I've been gone. So we're just going to collect. There we go. 4 more waiting for us. And we just need to give him a little bit more wood. So I'll just dump this 5 wood in there. He'll immediately get to work making another one. In the meantime, let's head over now to, you know what, actually, you know what, let's gather some more. I mean, we're going to need a lot of wood to unlock things. So I think I'm going to gather some more wood. So while he's doing that, we're going to have, I think you guys are going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Start cutting down all those trees for me. Yeah, we need those aethers too. And as soon as they complete a task, they're ready to go out for another one. So it's actually a pretty seamless process. It's actually really, yeah, it's very convenient how they've done that. So they'll just put it in my inventory and then they're ready to go again. And we can just send them over and do whatever. And then while we send them over to do things, we can pick up various different things. And if I want them to pick stuff up for me too, I can also do that. I can send them over there to go get that thing for me and bring it over here, and they'll do that too. So they basically just follow your instructions and whatever it is that you want them to do, which is pretty nice. I like it. So you can see how if you get a lot of sparks, you can be a lot more productive. And, you know, if you're doing things all manual style. Let's try 1, bop, bop, bop. And if you want them to like take and bring back all the logs, then assign multiples to a certain tree. Because after they cut down the tree, logs will spawn, and they'll each pick one up, and they can bring it over to you. So you don't have to go collect it yourself if you have enough sparks working on that tree to pick it up. Otherwise, they're only going to pick up one. All right. Now that I've covered the absolute basics of the game, let's take a little bit of a second here to deliver these sparks and start looking at how we can get these guys to work a little bit more intelligently and more automated for us. And that's going to require me to talk to the woodsman. So I'm just going to collect the spark really quick from this. And we're going to head back into town because I have to deliver a bunch of them. And these guys want to do research and stuff, right? So, all right. So first I'm going to give you the spark here so we can get the roads unlocked. So we just need to dump 3 of them in there for you. And then talk to them. Complete. It works. They walk on the paths. They even pick up and drop off items in buildings as they pass. They only walk on the right side of the path for some reason. Here, let me show you how to make the dirt paths. So this unlocks our ability to now build our own dirt paths. Now, dirt paths have 2 functions in the game. You can run faster on them, but really, you're going to have a difficult time putting things together unless you think about paths as conveyor belts instead. Because these guys will only walk on one side. Talk to him again. Try it out. Yeah. Build a logger. That's what we need to do. So I'm going to go ahead and let's accept that. Yeah. Tell me how it went. So we need to build a logger now. Connect the logger to the shrine. So this is going to help us more automate our wood production. So let's head over here. And now instead of having to place wood in here manually like I've been doing, which I'm just going to put, I guess, 10 in here now to get more sparks. Instead of having to do that manually like that, what we can do is we can add this big harvester to big, like giant trees, basically. So this is a giant tree. If we hit build, we don't have it available. Oh, right, the harvester. Right, I got the ability to build roads. I also need the ability to build the harvester. I haven't actually got that yet. The quest says to build a logger, but I don't have the ability to do that yet. So I have to talk to the other guy first. All right. All the way over to the woodsman. You can see how they walk though. Here's a demonstration of how paths work. The game is like actively trying to show you how this stuff works. So you pick up logs on this side. They only sit on the right side of this path. And that includes crossings as well. So you're not going to get any of these sparks going across an intersection. They're going to go around it to go straight. So it's a little weird. And you got to kind of plan ahead for that too. You got to know how to sort of manipulate their pathing that way, because otherwise you'll have them going around in circles and they won't do what you want. Woodsman, hey, how's that spark stuff going? You update the woodsman on what's really happened, including you having recently unlocked some new shrines in the village monument. You know, when my grandfather explored the woodlands a long time ago, he described in his notes a shrine with a strange looking statue. Thinking about it, it might have been a spark machine. Here, I'll mark it on your map. Cool. Find the ancient shrine and examine the crafty spark machine. We will do that too. Hope these notes are useful to you. Grandy never had the best handwriting. I also want to talk to him here as well, because this is where he gets us the loggers. Sparks, you say? You can get them to do work for you? Tell me more. So we tell him about that. He's like, oh, okay, here. I want to try making a logger for your little sparks. So now we want to try this. We're going to have this pinned now. So deliver wooden logs, deliver stones, and deliver 2 stumpy sparks. We can do almost all of those things really, really quickly. Now, the sparks can not hit these gigantic boulders. Like, so if I try to tell them to cut down bigger stuff, they're not going to be able to do so. Their attack skill is not great. So they can only really handle small tasks. So they're not going to be able to, for example, hit this pine tree. It's just going to kind of knock them senseless. So to tell them to come back. But these little ones here, they can totally do those. They'll be able to handle those little rocks here too. Same thing with this one over here. And that will allow me to... oh, here, let's harvest this as well. While the sparks bring me back the stone that they're harvesting. There you go. There we go. Okay, cool. So I should have everything I need now to deliver to this guy's chest. So we need just the logs. Go ahead and drop those in, and then I'll take one away, I guess. Hey, can I have... I want text input. Stone. I only have 4. Man. And then I need to give him 2 sparks. So there's 2 sparks, and then I need to give you one more stone. It's got to be around here somewhere. No. Quartermaster's got something else to say to me too. There's actually quite a bit to do in the game. It is kind of built for you to always have something to do. So you're never standing around waiting. There's always something to do. So the goal is to automate as much as possible so that you can focus on all the other tasks while other things that are important are going on. And there's one over here. I'm gonna grab 2 of them actually here. You guys go get that one, and I'm gonna go get this one over here. Okay, all the requirements are met. Let's go ahead and talk to him. Mm-hmm. I wonder how... did you get everything already? If you forgot what you should do, you should check out the quest log. Yeah, we already know that. Let's complete it. And now he's going to give us these plans that we can use to build a big logger. One very important thing, you'll need a Bielephant carapace to build the logger. The carapace stabilizes the aether and the giant trees you see. So a Bielephant. You don't really need to know what that means, but let me tell you, I've personally tried harvesting these giant trees without an aether stabilizer, and it took 2 whole months to regrow my mustache. Mm-hmm. You can find the Bielephant carapace from the Bielephant corpses that are around the woodlands, but for now, I'll give you what I had to spare. So he's going to give us one to start, which is super important because we need one right away. I'm also going to talk to him to get his other quest in here. So he's thinking maybe we can use these sparks to not just harvest the wood, but actually craft with it. We'll need quite a lot of materials to try out some different ideas, but you and your sparks can do it. So we need 100 wooden logs, and this is how we get the saw bench, which is going to give us the saw and timber. We'll just have that accepted for now so that it's in our quest log as well. So our journal has quite a bit of stuff in there right now. We've got the sparks creation, village extension 1, and all of this involves basically just delivering resources, which we do by, gathering them and stuff. So now we can really get into a little bit more of how automation works in the game because we have some additional hardware to do that with. Real quick though, let me just get this guy going again. Thank you very much. All right. So we're going to hit build, and the harvester, I'm going to require, it's like I'm going to require that wood back to actually do it. You know what? It's fine. We can just collect, and then I'll just pull. I'm just going to take that out of here for now because I can have a constant stream of wood coming in if I get that built. But it looks like I'm going to need a little bit more stone to build it. I used up all my stone giving it to that guy. So I'm going to have you guys go ahead and attack those dudes. And then we're going to come over here and grab this stone really quick. There, that's all I really care about for now. All right, let's bring it back. Bring that back. Here we go. And now we're going to build this. So I'm going to go to build. Here's the harvester. It's big, and you could rotate it. And what you want for ease of use here, right? You want to have the this port right here is what your guys are going to use to like bring stuff in. So you want to line that up however you're going to be, transporting it. So in this case, I could put it here, and then these are the intakes, and this is the output, right? And then there's also some inputs through here too, which gets teleported somewhere else. So you can connect to another place somewhere else as long as it's with that portal. So I'm going to build it here like this. There we go. And now this requires sparks to craft the logs. So I'm just going to give it 2 sparks for now, I guess. And so they're going to be crafting logs, and they do this really quickly. Much, much faster than what was being harvested before. All right. And then as we come around, we can always collect that stuff and we can put it over here. But we don't need to put it over here like that. Instead, what we can do is build a road. So I'm going to shift over to my road building tool down here. And what I want to do, and remember, they only walk on the right side. So think of it more as a conveyor belt than a road, and I think you'll be fine. So we're going to bring this all the way over like this, and we're going to allow them to just come on in here. And that's where they're going to be, okay? So they can pick up the wood from here, and they'll walk it over and dump it into there. So how do I get them to do that? I throw them on the road. And now they're assigned to that road. And they're going to go ahead and pick up the logs, and they're going to slowly make their way over here to dump them into this machine. Now, I want this guy to be working, of course, because I need those sparks pretty quickly. And actually, as soon as I get another one, in fact, I think I might... You know what? Tell you what. I'm actually going to withdraw you, bring you back over here. I'm going to put you in here instead. I want this done faster. So 2 sparks in the machine will allow it to go, of course, faster. And then I can start pulling those sparks out whenever I want and start using them for my own purposes. So now we have a somewhat automated, not completely yet, but a somewhat automated way of creating additional Stumpy sparks. We have a constant supply of wood, but we need more sparks on this to, you know, because these guys are generating it way faster than these guys can haul it. So we still need that. But at least we have this constant stream of wood coming in here now. So the next thing we need to do is figure out how to get a constant stream of aether shards to come in here as well, because it's obviously something that we need to have with us. So I'm just going to run by and collect, and I'm actually going to assign, I'm going to assign more of you, and they start in the direction that we've, let's withdraw you guys. There you go. They start in the direction that you have the arrows. See that arrow? They'll be on the path in whatever direction that you're pointing. So I'm going to put you over there, and then I don't have any other sparks with me. I need to collect. There we go. No, collect. Oh, here you go. Right there like that. And then put another one right there. Now, you don't want to get too many, but I mean, we need enough to constantly stream them in, right? So that's what we've got going on right now. There's enough sparks here now to constantly flow and constantly bring wood into this machine so that we can have additional sparks with us. Okay, so yeah, the next thing is trying to figure out how we're going to get a constant source of the aether shards in here. So for now, I'm going to dump about 20 in there just to let that keep going. And I'm going to speed that up by just having wood in there ready to go. And you know what? Let's collect another one there. Yep. See how they're... I wanted to test it to see, but so now I've demonstrated it. See how they're bringing logs back? It's because I filled this compartment. There was nowhere for it to go, so they just carry it in a circle. And then, again, they only go on the right side. So if they're behind somebody that's slower, they get slowed down too. But I think now at this point, we're probably getting to the point where, yeah, there we go. We can now... I think we're pretty good on that. They're not going to have to worry about it filling up on them anymore. So that shrine is right over here. All right, let's examine this one. You touch the shrine and it slowly whirs into life. It seems to be running some kind of test and is checking that everything still works. There's a hiss of steam as the machine finishes the process. It seems to have refined an etheric pellet into an aether shard. The shrine states that it is now fully functional, ready to be put to use. So what it does is it takes these little pellets and it turns them into shards. Of course, we can have Sparks doing this for us in an automated way. But for now, we'd have to just hold down the button and get shards. All right, so this machine was actually full, and so I went ahead and emptied it out. Now I've got a whole bunch of these Sparks with me, but it stopped producing, which is why they're also bringing the logs back that way. Since it stopped producing, it kind of shut everything down. So what we want here is a storage compartment. We want something that we can use to store these things so that it builds up a big supply before it actually has to shut down. I'm going to go ahead and add a few more of these in here just so it keeps making them. But for the most part, our wooden stuff is all pretty automated. So I've got a lot of these Sparks with me. And I'm going to go hunting really quick just to show you how that works. Because there's a lot to this game that we're not going to get to in this video just because it takes a little bit of time, right, to kind of get moving. It's an RPG. It kind of starts... I like the way it starts. I think it's interesting the way it starts, but for sake of like presenting video, it is a little slow. So I want to kind of accelerate that a little bit. So we've got forest bunnies in there. That's interesting. I've never seen those before. What I'm looking for, though, is a beelephant, because that's how we're going to get additional supplies to make more for those giant trees. And the beelephants are actually quite big. Those are more spunnies. Oh, that's a mantis stag. I've never seen those guys before either. Interesting. So we can head over to, I could stop by all these things too to get these. That's good too. All these different shards and stuff, or pellets. But I have like basically an army with me right now. I have 10 of the sparks with me, and that's as many as I can have following me. But I also have 4 in reserve in here. So I got 14 total with me. And we're gonna, unless you're really good with like positioning and being creative with it and all, you're gonna need a lot because they'll die unless you're really active with it. What is this? Is this the, I've already been here, right? Is this the one that converts it? Yeah, this is the distiller again. Well, I can just do this. Since I have the spare ones, I'll just do this really quick so I can get those shards converted while I'm out and about, since I still have 10 anyway. And I'm looking for the Beelephant. It's got to be here somewhere, right? Got this over here, another ancient waypoint. Now these ancient bases. I don't know what to do with these bases. I feel like there's definitely something going on there. Wow, 40 shards in that. That's awesome. All right, I found the Beelephant. Here he is. He's a big boy, and he will fight back. He's peaceful until you fight him, and then he's no peaceful anymore. So what I'm looking to do here, like right now he's peaceful and he looks cute and all that, but then his eyes turn red as we attack. So I'm gonna go like this, and you got to be pretty active with this because he'll turn around and start shooting him. So we want to actually got lucky there because he's kind of trapped and can't rotate. That's perfect. Let's bring them back. Tell them to come back. Yeah, I think he's kind of trapped there. That's cool. Sends a few on that side of him. Oh, they're not going to attack him, huh? Oh, now he's up on the high ground. Okay, that's fine. So he's just going to do this little like stomp thing, which is going to immobilize them. I'm just going to tell them to come on back. There we go. Before they can get killed, and I'll go ahead and send them again. In general, you don't want them to attack from the front because they die really quickly. So I just lost 2 of them already. You don't want them to attack from the front. Come on, come on, come on. Cool. Let's send them behind like that. Hit him from the back. There you go. He can't take you down like that if you hit him from the back. All right, bring them all back. Bring them all back. Yeah, we already lost a few. Down to 6. Let's reinforcements. He doesn't have much health left. Oh my gosh, you guys are going after the bush instead. There we goes. Okay, that's done. We got ourselves a Beelephant. Okay. Now I have the item bag, which we can pick up. That's going to give us that carapace that we needed, and then also additional pellets. Very, very nice. Okay, cool. And then there's these larger trees, which I'm pretty sure we can't cut down. Yeah, they're too big. Okay, bring them back. It's fine. All right, cool. So that's our Beelephant. We took care of it. We lost a couple sparks, but in general, I think we did okay. And there's a Lomi Spark Shrine here. I think this is too far away for our tech. I had to go pretty far away. Yeah, we need machine range 2 to activate that. All right, cool. Let's head back, and I want to find this right here. Find the ancient shrine and examine the crafty spark shrine, but I don't know whether I'd even be able to use it yet, so I think I have the wrong quest active. What I probably should be looking at here is the first production line. Yeah, let's get that completed and go and talk to the quartermaster about that. And then the woodcraft thing is just about unlocking the saw bench, which is something else that we need. And we'll have to deliver logs for that. So we'll want to collect as many logs as we can from that. Wow, 40 more shards. We certainly have a lot. And we want storage. So I believe the quartermaster is the one that's going to unlock storage for us. And we could make roads. That is going to allow us to run faster. But remember, roads are also something that you don't want to have connected to your regular assembly lines too. And we'll have to delete them eventually anyway. If we have a lot of machinery in the area, we'll have to delete them. Where am I going here? Yeah, I'm going the right way. Just get ahead this direction. All right, here's our machine. So they're still doing their thing, but you see how it's full, and they're not gonna be able to drop anything off. So I have to make sure that I empty this thing out regularly. And then I'm going to go ahead and collect all the logs from here too. So this gives me like 31 in inventory. I need a lot more logs than that. So I'm going to have to basically sit here and collect them for a little bit. And I can also have my army of sparks go off and get wood other ways. But for now, I'm just going to probably just rob it from this machine, actually. Let me just rob this machine of its... Yeah, I'll take the spark off of here, too, so it can produce even slower. All right, I went on a mass logging spree here to generate as many logs in my inventory as I could. So let's talk to the quartermaster again, complete the quest, and we're going to explain what happened to the production line. Cool. Here, I made some storage buildings for you in the Spark, and now we can get ourselves some storage buildings as well that we can go ahead and do later. So you wanted 100 logs for this. Yeah, so I have a whole bunch. So we're going to give you 100 logs and talk to you. And this is going to give us the timing for, or give us the building necessary to make sawn timber. We can now make more advanced wood, I guess. Still have to find the shrine. You have another quest for me? Oh, you just gave me another quest. Wow. Quest log is here. So his side quest is just finding this, but the main ones that we're looking for are here. So now we need to deliver 80 logs as well as 4 of the sawn timber. That's for, I believe, the mayor. Yep. And then this one is Divine Researcher is very interested in creating a Stumpy Spark shrine and creating more sparks. So we need to deliver 100 wood to him as well. That's kind of nuts. Yeah, we're going to have to get another 100 wood. But with the storages being possible now, I think this will be a little bit easier because now we could put a storage in between so that we're constantly generating wood and we can constantly bring it in, but also generating sparks. So to do that, I'm going to real quick recall all these guys just so they're not in my way anymore. And they're all going to get turned into coins. So they end up in my inventory now. We're going to delete the road, at least this segment right here. Like that idea. All right. And then what we're going to want to do instead is we're going to try to build a storage. So this is a barrel for you to, or your sparks to store items in. We don't have the ability to make a shed because that requires the sawn timber. But we can use a barrel. So the barrel, we can position that, let's say here. You know, maybe not. Maybe not there. Well, maybe we can get away with this instead. Remember, they only walk on the right side, so I'm trying to figure out how to make that happen with the right side. So with the roads, if I was to do this is what I'm worried about. They go here and they drop off the wood. The other side is going to want to pick up the wood and take it in here, but they won't be able to because they can't actually cross in. They're going to have to go all the way around to get there. So to prevent that from being a thing, I don't even know if I can I delete this item? I don't think there's a delete function here. Wait a minute. Is there no way to delete buildings? I don't think there's a way to delete unless I'm just... There we go. Gotta pick the right tool to do it. Okay. I want to make this road, I think, here. So I'm thinking what this will do is they're going to pick up the wood, right? And then they immediately bring it to storage. And then they're going to kind of race around, I guess, though. That's not what I want either, you know? Okay, so it's actually a pretty simple solution in this case. So we have this thing full, right? And it's full of logs, so it can't produce anymore. So I'm going to fill it with the shards now, and then they can get running. But what I wanted to test is what happens now is if this thing is full, then they start making a trip around, and they can dump it in the storage right here on their way back to pick up another. So this thing starts to fill only when there's excess from this, essentially, which is nice. And then I can open up the storage and I can see all the extra logs that are here, and I can pick up extra logs in addition to the logs that are already right here. So now that we've established that and we have a good system for storing excess logs in the event that we need them, I can go ahead and collect those logs. What I'm going to do now is we're going to create the next setup in this process, which is the refinery, the saw bench. And we want to refine wood items. So for here, there's an entrance and there's an exit right there, right? And so what I want to do for this, I think, is I'm going to put this right over here. This is another one of those situations where we are going to see extra logs, and they're just going to get redirected into here first. And so now you can see what I mean by they only walk on the right side. If I go like this, they will always turn into this. So this guy here, like, as they're passing through, they're always going to turn into this before they go that way. And so now they'll drop it off at the sawmill. And if the sawmill's full, then they'll put it in the storage, right? So we just have this extra log storage right by this, and I think that's going to work out well. And then on the other side, we want to have another storage, and we'll just put that, walk on the right side, right? So we'll just put that here for now, I guess. And then we want to go ahead and get our road in like that. Very good. Okay, and then let's go ahead and start equipping this. So this has some logs in there now. We're going to add 2 sparks in there so that it can start cutting up the wood. Okay. And then to get it into that storage, we just need to basically put one of our sparks on that path. And now they'll pick up the logs and put them in there. And they'll just go ahead and do that over and over again if there's something to put in there, and then they'll just do it. And that'll keep this empty. Okay? So now we have a way of getting the sawn logs at the same time. And this is how this game goes. It just you just start to escalate. You just start to add new things over time. The one thing I haven't figured out how to do, though, is to get a constant stream of Aether shards, because in that case, I would be putting that right in here, right? We have this extra path right here. So I'd be putting whatever is going to connect to bring the Aether shards in here. That's what I would put here. And I'm curious. This looks like it's only an in. But I was like, if it comes out of here and sticks it in there, right? So I've been out exploring the map a little bit, opening up some doors here, or opening up some information on the map. And I'm coming back in just to check in on the place. And it looks like to me, right, we got more sparks there. There we go. And while we had this full, they've been delivering the access logs over here to get cut up. Very good. And then we've got a bunch of these sawn. You got some planks and stuff over here, right? So we can go ahead and collect those. That gives me the 40 planks that I need to go ahead and complete the quest. So let's head back into town and see what kind of quests we can complete now. We should have a lot of wood, but I don't have 100. I shouldn't have 100 before I come in here, because I know I need at least 100. So we'll go to our access wood over here, see how much is in there. That's pretty good. We'll go ahead and empty that out. Might as well empty all of it out. Why not? Let's just empty it all out. Now they're all starting fresh. Cool. Okay, then. Now, if any point in time I want to stop making these sparks, all I have to do is just pull these shards out of here. And now they can't make them anymore. So they'll just fill up. They won't deliver them there anymore. And then they'll only be doing planks. And at that point, I could probably go ahead and get the sparks out of there too. But is there only one in there? Yeah, there's only one in there. Let's just dump another one in there too. Now, my inventory's full. I've been hitting sort, but my inventory's full. So we definitely want to complete some of these quests now so that we can get rid of the stuff in our inventory. So let's see which ones we can do. 100 logs to get the Spark workbench. I like that. We'll go ahead and give that to the mayor. And you can see the map. Like I've only explored this much of it. There's a lot left. And it looks like this area over here is where I was supposed to go. Interesting. I wonder what's over there. We'll have to look at that. Probably this, right? The ancient shrine. Yeah. The thing it's been telling me to do. Yeah. What do I have to put in here? This is where the sawn timber goes. So we'll add the 40 sawn timber into there. And then this is just the village expansion. I want to talk to the divine dude here. Researcher dude. He wants the 100 logs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 100 logs. Also, he's got another quest for us, apparently. Exciting news! I was going through some older notes and I found something in an unusual shrine. It always confused me because it didn't have a little creature on top. I don't think you've found it yet, so I'll mark it on your map. Okay. Ancient shrine. Etheric distiller shrine. Exactly. So that's the one for the distiller, and maybe we can get some ideas as to how to keep that thing full. Don't get too close to the mantis stags. Okay. I want to get this quest completed, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, there's no way of building this without the ancient bases. The piping is vital, and I can't quite replicate it, but I've also made it the process agnostic. It means that you can use it to make other types of sparks. I know, there are more shrines out there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get that done, but I want to examine this now because maybe he can tell me a bit more about it and how to get it to be constant. And then you want 80 logs. I'll give you the 20 of them for now. Anything I can do with this? We don't have a crafty spark yet. We do have sawn timber. So I've got that. I can go ahead and unlock the waypoints. That's good. I do have an etheric clump. Additional slot in the active sparks bar. That's cool. I do have the clump because you get this from taking out the Beelephant. So go ahead and unlock that. And now I can have 20 active sparks. Oh, I have an army of these things now. Very cool. Spark Rush, a single group, unlocks the ability to rush a single group of sparks into one direction. I just need an etheric pellet. That's interesting. All right, hopefully this will satisfy the quest now. Just have to examine the dang thing. There's nothing else in here, nothing else going on with this, so I'm just going to leave it there. I'll leave the spark in there too, that's fine. Finding an unusual shrine is not completed, yes. So does that help me at all? I don't think so. There's no rewards for doing that. So it doesn't really help me much. I need to find the ancient shrine. So that's the one we're going to do now. And I remember that it was circled way over here. So we need to find that one. All right, we found the ancient shrine. At least we're in the vicinity of it anyway. It checked the box that says we found it. We're also getting more shards. I have a really full inventory. So I'm a hoarder. That's what I do. I just hoard resources all the time. There is another Beelephant carapace. I could maybe go into adding that. I think I probably should just get them making more sparks, but I'm not going to do that now. Let's get over there and examine this thing. So it's right in here. Crafty Spark Shrine. Unknown remnant of ancient technology. You touch the shrine and slowly whirs into life. It seems to be running some kind of test and is checking that everything still works. This one, too, spits out a rather strange creature into your arms. The shrine registers that the Crafty Spark has been immediately activated as part of the test. The Crafty Spark waves at you, ready and eager to receive instructions. However, before anything can be done, the puff of magic turns into a wooden disc that fits in your hand. Deactivation successful, yada, yada, yada. So this one is more efficient, still blunt, I guess. Good at working in buildings. All right, so slightly more efficient at working in buildings. That's cool. My inventory is full, so I can't actually do anything with that. But we can get wooden panels. Ooh. Fancy. I'm not sure how to do that. We get, oh, I see. You put Stumpy Sparks in here. So we do something like this. I see. We give it Stumpy Sparks, and then it's going to spit out. Okay, I get it. Let's grab this. And we need wooden panels, though. Now, I wonder how we're going to be able to make those. If I was to go to my build menu, we now have an assembler. A building to craft sparks out of wood must be built in an ancient base. And I'm wondering if that... I mean, there's not a whole lot of things to build. All right, let's give the mare her wooden logs since we're full on our inventory anyway. And then we'll see what she has to say. Mare takes inventory of the items she asked for with disbelief. Amazing, I never managed you get them so quickly. Thank you so much, my dear. We'll make sure this is all put to good use. Don't forget to take breaks, okay? I'm proud of you, no matter what you do. Always have been. Cool, and now we can talk to the merchant. And there's also another quest. Have you talked to the merchant? Yeah. Yes, that is a thing we can do. Sawn timber. Okay, now we can start looking at maybe getting wooden panels. All right, first we're gonna go and talk to the merchant though. Merchant is down here. We now have level 1. Okay, so I have a question. Are those sparks of yours good at defending themselves? Or say a trade caravan? We avoid disturbing wild animals, but sometimes they attack. And of course, there are also bandits. Maybe they can help, but you should start with something weak. Hunt some field spunnies for me. You can find a lot of them in the woodlands. All right, kill 5 field spunnies. We can do that. Cool. So we'll see how many. I have 20 of these things, so there's no way these spunnies are gonna mess with me. Real quick though, the mayor wants the planks, and I don't have any use for them. So 1, 2, 3. There we go. And then they want wood panels. I'm gonna assume that let's take 15 of these back. I'm gonna assume that those panels are made from the planks, right? Oh, what do you got for me? Sparks are very silly. They keep walking around in very long ways. They need instructing. Okay. This guy wants us to deliver wooden panels, but this is how we get crossings and splitters. This is how we can take and have them move in different directions by crossing. So think of it like a junction in a conveyor belt, which is smart enough to change the direction of the belt based on what's coming in. It's a very similar process to this, in that it will change the direction of the road as they approach, depending on where they want to go. But the wooden panel is something we still need to figure out how to make. I'm wondering if this guy's got a solution for me there. And what do you know it? He's got an exclamation mark above his head. Ah, yes. So you know how to turn how sparks can turn wooden logs into sawn timber? I was thinking maybe we can get them to make something even more refined. Would you give me a hand? Indeed, I will. I'm actually going to go ahead and track this one, since I'm pretty sure this is the thing that's going to get me what I need. Okay, so build 2 loggers, build 2 saw benches, and then deliver 80 sawn timber to this guy. And if we do that, then we will then have wooden panels from the saw bench. Okay, good. All right, so anyway, kill the field spunnies. So there's one there. There's one way over there. We'll just go ahead and do that. That's 2. And basically all the ones we see. There you go. Go get him. Whee! Go get him. I killed your spunnies. One hit, you say, huh? That's much better than I expected. They look so cute, I thought they wouldn't be able to do much. Here, a little something for your time. Gives me 10 more shards, fine. What else you got for me? Let's skip the forest bunnies. Do you think your sparks can hunt a beelephant? Oh, I have. I have already done so, but yes, we will go ahead and hunt another beelephant. For sure. Very, very, that one takes a bit more effort, just because we have, I mean, with 20 of them here, I think we can probably take it now, but just sheer numbers now, we could overwhelm them. But at least this one's capable of fighting back, because the spunnies can't fight back. We kill them in one hit, and they don't attack us until we attack them, so they'll never attack us back. The other thing I was supposed to do, right, is I was supposed to get another one of these trees set up, and I think this one here is close enough. It makes sense anyway. There's not a whole lot of giant trees. Maybe we could get this one involved, or these ones here, to send wood that way, right? So we need to do that. Another, whole workflow here for creating that wood. So if I was to create from right here, we already have the beelephant carcass, so let's use it. We'll pop that down there. And then we'll get our saw stuff here. And let's go, see, they only turn right? So how about we bring it out, let's say this far? Oops, I'm standing in the way. We can go this far. We'll pop it down right there, and then the storage will be here. That's fine. And then access wood, in case it's full, we'll go back over here. All right, cool. And then the roads will just connect from you to you. And then you're going to go like this. Yes, just like that. Now you'll come around, drop it off. If you can't, you'll drop it here, and then you'll keep going. And then you will go that way. All right, cool. So now it's just a matter of getting it all hooked up. So 1, 2. This side here. 1, 2. And then we go boom, boom, boom. Just to test it out, make sure it's working. And that will get us additional planks. Sawn timber, if you will. Probably need even faster input here. Yep. There we go. Okay. That takes care of that. I think I have a few more of these pellets. Yeah, let's pop the pellet in there. And you can continue to make me shards from that. And now my inventory is much lighter. I'm feeling pretty good about that. All right, cool. We still need to track down the beelephants. Now we have 18 sparks. Is that enough? I don't think I need a full 20. I think I'm good. Now, figuring out where the beelephants are, that's another question entirely. But last time I found them, they were over here. So maybe they'll spawn in the same spot. There it is. All right, from behind. Get him from behind, right there. Boom. Get him, get him, get him. Get him, get him, get him. Wait, you're not. Yeah, wait. You gotta come back. Come back. You're in front of him. Don't be in front of him. Come back. Come on. Wait for it. Now. Get in there. Get him. And return. Go on the back side. Right here. All right, we're just gonna overwhelm him at this point. Although now he's Yeah, that little stomp that he does, it really disables everybody, doesn't it? There we go. It's from behind him, and he should be done for now. Well, not if he's doing that. Got him. Okay. So that takes care of the bee elephant. We got the carcass. Now we can make extras of those trees and stuff. We can make extra tree. Oh, wait, what are you guys doing? Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So I had 18. I'm down to 13. Is that it? Yeah. I lost 5. Merchant stares at you in disbelief as you recount your efforts to take down the bee elephant. Their eyes flicker left and right as they try to mentally connect things, and finally, they look at you. I need to talk to the mayor about this. I don't think you or anyone else in this village actually understands what this means and how this will look to others. You've made something that can manufacture an army. There's the saving grace that they're not particularly capable, but in the wrong hands, they're already capable enough. I'll have to take care of this. You can go. I have a lot of letters to write. So I'll have some additional pellets given to me, I guess, because of that. And yeah, now we need to deliver sawn timber to... still need a lot of sawn timber delivered here to the mayor. I've been dumping it in. Oh, we already just did it. There's 160 done. So now I just need wooden panels to be created here. That's the last step that I need to do is the wooden panels. And to do that, I have to deliver the sawn timber, I believe, to you. Yep. I don't have enough to give you yet. But interestingly enough, these 2 trees here, you don't need to go get wood. You can just hold this craft button down and it will make the wood for you at 30 per minute, which I don't know why I would really care to do. I have enough wood as is, but you can do that if you wanted to. There's also another use for wood. Because we have access to the ancient waypoints, I can now provide wood here. It takes 12 per minute, I guess, but this will open up a waypoint, which then I believe allows me at that point to, I guess, transfer things. So if I stand on it, what can I do? It's just burning the wood right now. It does it at 12 per minute. This is really fast. So this would be like a temporary thing. But I'm not entirely sure what I would do with this. It's open, but to keep it open, I mean, obviously it requires like this tree to like feed it. So basically all the ones that are currently dropping it off here, we would want them to drop it off here too. And you know, if you can't drop it here and you can't drop it here, then drop it here, that kind of thing. Or I just feed it from another tree. You know, there's other trees around here too. I could have the wood coming in from this side, and you know, we basically feed the ancient waypoint, and then that connects to other ancient waypoints, and I can just really quickly move around here, you know, very, very fast. So yeah, anyway, this has been Oddsparks. I hope you guys have enjoyed this so far. I would have to get the boards and stuff, but we're kind of out of time today. So if you want to see more of this game, you can leave me a description, leave me a comment down below the like button and everything. If you want to check out the game yourself, it's on Steam right now. The link is in the description. I appreciate you guys for watching, and all you members out there who have helped make this channel what it is today. I thank you for your financial support as well. Take care. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.